So, the Dead Ringer. It's seen some massive ups and massive downs over its lifetime, but one thing has remained consistent ever since its release. That's the fact that people always misuse this thing, or at least from what I've seen. In this video, I'm going to show you some tips on the Dead Ringer to help you use it better and more believably. Before we begin, I would like to mention a few things. The first is my new Discord, where you can chat, interact, and share content with myself and lots of other amazing fans. You can find a link to that in the description below. Second would be my Twitch channel. I stream much more often on Twitch than how often I post here on YouTube. I stream a variety of different games and love to chat with my viewers. Want to chat with me live or play TF2 with me? Then be sure to check out my Twitch. Link is in the description. So first off, what exactly is the Dead Ringer? Dead Ringer is an invis watch for spy that has a plus 50% cloak regen rate, plus 40% cloak duration, and 50% of your cloak meter is lost immediately upon activation. The Dead Ringer's cloak type is Feign Death, leaving a fake corpse behind when you activate it. Upon activation, your cloak factor instantly becomes 100%, and you do not shimmer when bumping other players for 3 seconds. You also gain damage resistance and scout speed for 3 seconds. It also does not activate until you take damage, whether that be from a rocket, fall damage, or the FTP heavy, spamming his minigun from the other side of the map. Now that we know what the Dead Ringer does, how do we properly use it? Well, I think the best way to start explaining that would be to show what not to do with it first, followed by explaining what went wrong, how to properly handle the situation. For starters, don't run straight into the enemy with the Dead Ringer out, or just have it out at all times for no reason. Let's say you fire one rocket at a spy at medium range. I know that a rocket at that range would only do 50 damage, which isn't enough to kill a full health spy, meaning he has his Dead Ringer out. Because of that, I keep firing in the most likely direction of the Dead Ringer spy and manage to kill him. Now, how do you properly use the Dead Ringer in this situation? The spy would have not just run out doing nothing for starters. He would have to make some attempt to kill me or damage me, and activate his Dead Ringer just before he dies or takes a heavy hit. Then when I kill him, it's much more believable. Next up is using fall damage to activate the Dead Ringer. Now don't get me wrong, using fall damage to activate this weapon is perfectly fine, it just depends on how you use it. Let's say you're on a roof somewhere and a soldier suddenly shows up. Don't just immediately jump off the roof with your Dead Ringer out, he's gonna see you die to minimal fall damage and know that you faked your death. The best way to handle this situation would be pretty much the same as the previous section. Make some attempt to kill the soldier and activate your Dead Ringer before you take a killing blow. Although, since we're talking about fall damage, a very believable strategy would be to surf on the soldier's rockets off the edge, and then plummet to your death. Not only did you take damage from the rocket, but you also fell from much higher in the air, which would naturally cause you to take more fall damage. The third thing to bring up is when to decloak. It's no secret that the Dead Ringer is much louder than the other invis watches when decloaking, allowing enemies to hear you behind them much easier. The best way to decloak is to do it while crouching, behind a wall, around a corner, in the middle of a team fight with lots of gunfire, or all of the above. The more ways you can mask the sounds you make as spy when decloaking, the better. This tip also works very well with the other invis watches. The final tip I would like to give is to not use the Dead Ringer. Now before you press the dislike button and tell me to die in the comments, just hear me out. What I mean by that is to look at the state of the game and decide whether or not the Dead Ringer is the best option. I used to only exclusively use the Dead Ringer way back in the day, and once I finally started using the stock invis watch again, I realized just how much easier my life as spy could have been way earlier in my career if I had diversified my playstyle some more. If you're constantly being discovered as a Dead Ringer spy no matter what you do, or the enemy knows that you're using the Dead Ringer specifically, then go ahead and switch to the invis watch. It'll allow you to get behind the enemy much easier, and when they see you using it, then by the time you switch back to the Dead Ringer, they most likely won't think you're, using it, so when they go to kill you, they won't have any second thoughts, and then you can get some better stabs. So the Dead Ringer, definitely one of the most unique weapons in Team Fortress 2 that can easily be misused. I hope this video helped you gain a better understanding of how this weapon works, and how to effectively use it in gameplay. Before we end the video, I would just like to thank you all so much for 400 subscribers on YouTube and 100 followers on Twitch. I'm so happy that you all enjoy my content. If you're a new viewer, then be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Now, this has been Nigus Overlord, and I shall be seeing you all in my next video. Love you all, and have a wonderful rest of your day.